call tonight. I know some of you had a difficult time getting the time and to be on the call, but I'm glad you're here. Some could not make it, so we'll have to arrange something else for them. And I organized this webinar because I really love what Stephen Gregg is teaching. We've taken 9-hour 2-day seminar that Bob Oakes organized, and we all loved it. And so I was so excited about what he's teaching, and it completely changes how you do your business. And because some of us are struggling in Sunrider, we want to help people, we want to do things, and it just doesn't get ahead because we don't have enough knowledge. And I believe that Steve is the person that can really help everybody to get ahead, to be as successful as they want to be. So Craig, I love to see your presentation, and welcome to our group.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate that, Andrea. And I'm really excited to be here, you guys, to really help you with this, with your business. I've been using the products. Bob sent me a bunch of the products. I think the products are amazing, and I'm really excited for what I'm about to do for you guys today. I put together something that is pretty unique. It's very, very unique in the marketplace because my intent is to really help everyone grow their business in network marketing. I've been in this industry for a long time. I'll tell you in a moment. And my whole desire right now is just to help people that are in network marketing succeed. That's all I do. I don't join any one particular distributorship because I work with a lot of different companies. But with you guys, I really love what Bob has done and on the team, and what Andrea has done with you guys and brought you here. And I'm telling you now, by the time this meeting is done, this webinar is done, you're going to definitely want to thank Andrea for giving you the opportunity to be here, because I told her to look through her team and see who's serious about building the business, because that's who we want to work with. And we're going to be putting together this program. When you see what I've come up with for you, you're going to be blown away. It doesn't exist anywhere else. I'm doing this specifically for people that are serious about growing their business. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and just start sharing what we're doing. And so I'm going to be teaching you some things to help you become a top network marketing professional. Because in network marketing, if you want to make big money in this, that's what you have to become. You've got to become a top professional in the business. And so I want to tell you just a little bit about myself, a little bit about my background, so you know I understand this industry. I've been in it 32 years. My first network marketing company was one called Fund America years ago, back in the 80s. And I failed at it big time. The company went out of business, and I lost about $5,000 in my first company. My second company was a hair care product, and I started selling it to all these salons around town. And that company went out of business, and I lost my car because I couldn't pay my bills, because it was a really tough time. And then I got into a health insurance company, and I did really well in that health insurance company. And in about 6 months after I got in it, that company went out of business also. So then, of course, I lost my income again, and that's when I moved to Orange County. At that time, I was also in a company called Diet Cookie. And the Diet Cookie company was a company that had these organic cookies, and they were really good. The challenge was they had no preservatives in them. And I bought a bunch of those cookies. I had them in my living room. And if you know anything about sunny Southern California, it gets nice and hot and humid. And $15,000 in my cookies in my living room rotted. So I had $15,000 worth of rotten cookies in my living room. That was my first few experiences in network marketing. And then I got into a company called DermaShield. Now, DermaShield was a product that was like a skin protector, and you put it on your hands, and it was supposed to protect you from everything. And as you guys know, you have to believe in what you're doing. So me and my buddy Malcolm, we decided, we needed to believe in this product. So we would walk up and down the street and go into car dealerships and stuff like that and put all this oil on our hands so we can prove that it washes off. But one of the claims to fame they had, they said that if you put it on your hands, acid will not stick to your hands. So I said, okay, well, we got to try it. So we went to a chemist and we bought some pure sulfuric acid. Now, if you don't know what kind of acid that is, that's the kind of acid that if you drop it on the ground, it'll make a hole in the ground. So we went and bought some, and then we went to the back of his apartment and we lathered up with the DermaShield. And we said, well, let's go ahead and test it. So we put some on a rock and it disintegrated the rock. We put it on a nail and it, disintegrated the nail. We put it on an ant and we killed the ant. So we were like, okay, we got to believe in this. So let's try it. So we had our hands out and I said, you go first. He goes, no, you go first. And so we kind of negotiated and we did it at the same time. I dropped some on his, dropped on mine. And, we waited and waited and waited. And sure enough, it worked. It did not burn our hands. And so then we went inside the house and we washed our hands, but we didn't realize the instructions said do not use water on it because it makes it more corrosive. And it burnt a little bit, but it did not burn a hole in our hands. So the good thing is it worked. The problem was the can was a really big can, like a 24-ounce can, and one can, you only needed like one drop. And so that one can would last forever. And of course, the company then went out of business. So that was my first few experiences in network marketing. Then I got into a few more. I got into nutritional shakes company, and then I got into one called Herbalife. You guys know that company, been around. I got into the 900 number business. I got into the company called Shop Best. I even got desperate and got into one called No Run Pantyhose. I figured, that would be something big. Women loved it, and of course that didn't work. Company went out of business. And then I got into a bunch of other ones. So about 30 different ones over my years. The reason I went through so many different businesses, because I had a big dream that I believed in. I had watched a video called Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. And when I watched that video, it put something inside me to really go after my dream. That's why I was willing to go after all these different businesses. And so I attended the most expensive school in the world. That is the School of Hard Knocks. Some of you might be participants in that school right now. Some of you might be going through that school right now where it's challenging to build your business. If you've joined the business, it's great products, but for some reason it's hard to build. Well, I went to that school and I mastered it. And so I had to make a decision at that time to become different. And that's what I did. I made a decision to become different because I knew this. I needed to get a mentor. So I did. I got a mentor. His name was Steve Spicinger, and he worked at Aflac, and that was in 2000. And Steve really taught me the ways of selling, not so much selling, but he taught me how to market and how to manage people and how to become a leader. So I got Steve as a mentor, and then I hired a coach because at that time I was really shy and really insecure and didn't know how to speak in front of people. So I hired a lady named R.V. Robinson, and she became my speaking coach and taught me how to speak and convey my message to get people to want to talk to me. Excuse me. The third thing I did is I learned from the best person in network marketing, which is a guy named Chris McGarrahan and Kevin Trudeau. Kevin Trudeau was a guy that did infomercials on TV. He was the biggest infomercial guy in the world. And Chris McGarrahan was his partner, and they ran the business. And one of the things about Chris and Kevin is they didn't just teach me about network marketing. They taught me what they did. They taught me what 6, 7, and 8, 9-figure income earners in network marketing earners do. They didn't teach me what I do. They taught me what they did, which was very unique. And I didn't realize it until later on. So that's where I learned from. And then, of course, I got a relationship with Jesus. And that is what changed my whole character and helped me become different. So I had to become different. And so then I started to make it. And I got into Aflac back then. And I became the top agent in Aflac, became the top district manager in Aflac, became even the top regional manager in Aflac. And then I decided to leave that company and do some other things. And then I got into real estate investing. And Nouveau Riche was a company that I decided to join. It was a real estate investment school. This was in about 2006. And when I got in that school, it had a $20,000 product. This was a network marketing company with a $20,000 product. Now, I don't know how much your products all cost, but I do know they don't cost $20,000 bucks. And I had the fastest growing team in the company at $20,000 because what I took was the stuff that Kevin and Chris taught me and I put it into that company. And when I did that, it grew my business exponentially and people would fly all around the country to come and find out how I was doing what I was doing. They couldn't figure it out. At that point, I became a 7-figure income earner in that company, and I taught the system of network marketing. Now, you got to remember, at this point, I had been in the industry for over 20 years. So I was kind of tired, and I also, when that company went out of business, I was kind of fed up. And I said, you know what? I've been in all these companies. I've joined the right ones sometimes. I've joined the wrong ones sometimes. But I really want to be able to help the masses, because what I had now developed was a system that anybody can do if they learned how to do it. So that's what I did. I created a system, and I trained over 20,000 people in network marketing and direct sales. And this is my motto. If you build the people will build the business, the nation, and the world. And that's my motto. And that's why we're doing this call today, because instead of me joining one company and being selfish and just building my downline, I said I can serve anyone in network marketing, anyone that has a burning desire, anyone that wants to succeed. And I don't have to be biased because they're on my team. I also set it up where I don't get residual income. So the people that choose to join with me, they pay a flat rate, and I don't get a residual. The reason why that's important to me is because I would love to be able to serve the people and it not just being based on money. Excuse me. A lot of the time in network marketing, if you're not making someone money, then you're not getting the service. You're not getting the help. And the way I decided was they would invest a flat fee in me, and then I would invest my time with them and help them grow their business exponentially, not based on how much money you earn. So I want people, and I've had people that made $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. I didn't make a single penny off that, but I went to watch them walk across that stage. I went to their house when they were doing very, very well. A friend of mine named Matt, I was just in Vegas this weekend because my buddy Matt took the information I taught him and he went and built a multi-million-dollar real estate business, and he asked me to become the MC. So I was the MC for his event, and I was so proud of him. I was so excited for he and his wife Mercedes, because both of them were my students, and now they're doing very, very well. And that's what I love. I love building the people so that the people can build the business. And that's my motto. One of the things I learned over the years is that if you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change things in your life. I know it's a pretty simple sentence, but it's true. And the two things that you're going to have to change are your thinking and your action. In other words, the things you think about and the things you do are what's going to need to be changing in your life if you want things to change. I know you guys have all heard this sentence before. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. I know you've all heard that. We talk about that a lot in network marketing. But I got one even better than that. Here's my profound statement. Being the same person over and over and expecting a different result is even more insane. See, when I wanted my financial situation to change, I had to become different. When I wanted my business to become different, I had to become different, because you are the number one part of your business. You are the number one product in your business. You are. Without you, your business does nothing. So that's a very important statement. So here's a statement I love to say, is that if you want something different, you have to become someone different. I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as you're going through this training and as you're watching what I'm going to be putting together for you guys. And for the people that decide to join with us, I'm changing lives, you guys. That's all there is to it. I'm with you. My intent is to help you be as big as you want to be in your business. So there's 4 reasons people fail in network marketing. 4 main reasons. Now, there's a lot of other things that go about them, but they all fall into one of these 4 categories. Here's the number 1 reason people fail in network marketing. They don't have a burning desire to succeed. They have an interest in succeeding. See, there's 2 types of people. There's people with an interest in succeeding, and there's people with a burning desire to succeed. And in network marketing, this is a saying that I say, is that I'd rather have 1 person with a commitment than 1,000 people with interest. Because 1 person with a commitment to build the business will grow the business exponentially. That's who we want to work with. That's who I know Andrea wants to work with. People that have made a decision, who have a burning desire, that fire is raging in them and saying, I am sick and tired of being where I am, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to change it starting today. That's who she wants to work with. And that's why you are invited on this call, on this webinar. The second group of people that fail are people that are not willing to invest in themselves. See, people will invest in a product. They'll invest in a system. They'll invest in a company. They'll invest in a business. They'll invest in new clothes. They'll invest in going to a meeting, but they won't invest in themselves. They say, oh, I can't do it. I'm going to figure it out on my own. That's called going to the school of hard knocks. That's what I did my first 12 years in network marketing. I tried to figure it out on my own. And for 12 years, I failed. You saw my statistics. You saw my numbers. I failed big time because I tried to figure it out on my own until I humbled myself. I got a coach that knew more than me, got around people that were more successful than me. That's when my business changed. So the second reason why people see people fail in network marketing is they're not willing to invest in themselves. And you are the best investment you can make because you are the foundation of your business. The third reason people fail is because they don't have the knowledge. They don't know what to do or how to do it. Now, I hear people all the time say, oh, I know what to do. Well, I have a saying is to know to do and not to know is not to do. I'm sorry, to know and not to do is not to know. Said it backwards. To know and not to do is not to know. What that means is if you think you know what to do, but you're not doing it, more than likely you may not know exactly what to do. Or you don't have a burning desire, one of the two. So knowledge is so important. You got to know what to do and how to do it. And here's the last part, is you have to have this skill set. Network marketing is the right belief and the right skill set. Your skills need to improve. Once I learned this concept of having a burning desire, being willing to invest in myself, knowing what to do and how to do it, and having the ability, the skill sets to pull it off, that's when success takes place. And that's what we're going to be doing with what you're going to see today. What I'm going to show you right now is going to be unbelievable, and it's going to be amazing for the people that want to take advantage of it. It is called the Business Sales Accelerator Academy. What I've done is I've taken all my experience and I've put it into one system. And we're only letting 100 people in right now at a time because I want to make sure those 100 people succeed. And then we'll let more come in. So you guys have been invited on this call for a reason because she wants you guys to grow your businesses. And it's by invitation only. That's why you are personally invited here. So who is this event for? Number one, if you don't have a team, let's say you're brand new in your business and you're brand new on this team and you don't have a team at all, but you have a burning desire. This is absolutely for you. Let's say you have a team, but that team is stagnant. Maybe they're not moving. They're not growing. You have a lot of dead people. You have a lot of people that are in the witness protection plan or program, or you have a lot of people that got abducted by aliens and they've disappeared. I'm going to help them reappear soon. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that by the time we're done. But if you have those type of people, this is for you. If you have a team that you want to produce more leaders, maybe you just want to produce more leaders in your team, this is for you. If you want to grow your business internationally, this program is absolutely for you because I'm going to show you the tools that you're going to have. If you're frustrated with trying to motivate the dead people, if you're tired of trying to motivate them, I'm going to show you how to build the business and not have to motivate them. If you want to learn some of the updated tools like Facebook and LinkedIn and different marketing tools and strategies, we're going to be teaching you that as well. And the big thing is if you want to become a 6-figure or a 7-figure or 8-figure income earner in network marketing, this program is absolutely for you. So that's who this program is for. So I'm going to show you what it takes, the qualifications. Number one, you got to want to become a top professional. Because if you don't want to be a top pro and you just kind of want to just get by and make a couple extra dollars, that's cool, but this training may not be fit for you because we're really going to be teaching you the skill sets of what it takes to be a top pro. The next thing is you want to earn over $100,000. Like I said, you want to be a 6 or 7-figure income earner. Now, do you have to want to earn that much? That's a kind of a wishy one because some people just want to earn an extra $50,000 a month. You may live in that area, and $50,000 a month is like earning $1 million a month. $1 million a year. And if that's fine, if you just want to earn an extra $50,000 a year, that's fine. But the goal is for people that really want to earn the big money. And then you must be committed to your goals this year because this is something we're looking for people that want to take advantage of it now so they can hit the ground running immediately. And you got to have a great attitude. And you got to have a positive attitude, and you got to believe in the importance of a system, a sales system, and a marketing system. Because that's what we're going to be teaching. And a lot of people don't necessarily have that belief, but I believe all of you do. And that's what this training is for. So I'm going to tell you what it is up front, and then I'm going to show you all the stuff that you get, because we're just getting started with the webinar. One, it starts on February 18th to the 21st. We did our first goal setting training just this week with Andrea, and you guys will actually get access to that too when we do the trainings. The total is a one-time investment of $997, one time. And our website is Business Sales Accelerator. That's where you can enroll, and it's an online summit. We do it online. We were going to do it live in Vegas, but we decided not to because we couldn't get enough people to come because it was too expensive, it was too far, it would have cost too much money, and it was a lot more expensive of an event. But I said, how can we do this for the least amount of money so we can get the most amount of impact? So that was what we came up with. And we have ways to help you find the money if that's the case as well. So let me tell you, one of the most valuable lessons I learned is that sales education doesn't cost. It pays. Ignorance costs. Not knowing what to do and how to do it is what's costing you right now. So you don't want to look at a dollar amount and say, oh, that's too expensive. No, it's more expensive to not know what to do and how to do it because you're not getting the results that you want. So our training and our goal is to have 100 success stories. That's our goal. This is the first time we've put marketing and sales training and network marketing training under one roof. So we're going to talk about how you do it and what we're going to do. Number one, the first thing you got to do is you got to make a decision to become a pro. So I'm going to give you some techniques and some tips right now that you can take and apply them in your business. You know, even before you come and join the program, you can apply these things. Number one is you got to make a decision to become a pro. Number two, with this, you got to help your team become a pro. That's why Andrea has you here, because she wants you to make that decision to become a pro. And here's why. Because pros make money in network marketing. Amateurs make excuses. Amateurs come up with all the reasons why they can't build a business. They tell you all the excuses, all the reasons why they can't do it, and they come up with everything in the world why they can't do it. But pros say, I can do it, and here's why. Or, you know what, I don't have the money, but I'm going to find it. Or, I don't have the skill set, but I'm going to learn it. They do whatever it takes to learn what it takes to make it. That's what pros do. See, pros make money. Bottom line, amateurs don't. And you got to really think about that. You got to say, you know what, am I a pro in network marketing right now, or am I an amateur? Well, you can always tell by your business. You can look at the business and see where you are. And it doesn't matter where you are, because our goal is to help you become a pro. So let's talk about the name pro. The word pro is an acronym. Here's what a pro does. Here's how you become a professional in network marketing. Number one, you got to practice. The difference between a pro and an amateur is a pro practices more than the amateur. They practice the basic money-making activities, which we're going to talk about in a moment. Number two, a pro is responsible. They take responsibility for their success and for their lack of success. In other words, if you're not succeeding, if you're not getting the results you want, are you taking responsibility, or are you waiting for your upline to do it? Are you waiting for someone else to teach you? Are you waiting for that knight in shining armor to come and help you and help you build a business? Are you waiting for that one person to join the team to build the business? That's not how a pro does it. A pro says, if it is to be, it's up to me. I'm going to make it happen. And then the third quality of a pro is that they're optimistic. They can see the future. They believe in their goals, they believe in their dreams, and they've made a decision to go after it at all costs. It doesn't matter. So our job is to help you become a pro in network marketing. Have you ever heard this sentence before? Practice makes perfect. I'm sure you have. Well, this is an absolute lie. Practice does not make you perfect. You may have heard this one before then. Perfect practice makes perfect, right? You got to practice the perfect stuff. Wrong. That's a lie too. And here's why. Because no one's perfect. You'll never be perfect, and no person's ever been. There's only been one man that's ever walked the face of this earth who's ever been perfect, and you're not him. You'll never be him, and so you're not perfect. And that's one of the biggest downfalls in network marketing I found, is that people try to become perfect before they do anything. They say, well, you know, I can't go build the business because I'm not perfect yet. I can't go do anything because I'm not perfect. I can't go show the plan to someone because I'm not perfect yet. And that's one of the biggest challenges I've seen, is that people are waiting around until they get perfect before they go do something. See, that's not how it works, you guys. Practice does not make you perfect. Here's what practice does. It just makes you better. That's it. And so the skill sets we're going to teach you, the things you're going to learn, it just makes you better than you are today. And that's really all you can ask for. You know, if you really think about it, all you got to do is practice. You're going to practice the basics every day. So let me give you an example. This is mastering the fundamentals. This is a sport that I enjoy. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy it. It's called golf. Now, let me show you some things about golf. Very important. So the guy on the left, the first one on the left, you know, when you're playing golf, you have to hold your arms a certain way. You know, this one arm is straight and the other arm is bent. Has to be done properly, because if not, the ball will go left or right. You got to be square over the ball. Your knees got to be bent a little bit, and you got to be looking down at the ball. Now you got to pull the club back a certain distance, because if you pull it back too far, it'll hit the ball left or right. If you don't pull it far enough, you won't get enough power on it. So you got to be able to do that. And then when you swing the ball, you got to keep your head down. See, because if you notice the third guy, his head is down, but he's already swung past the ball. That's very important, because if you lift your head up too soon, the ball will go left, or if the ball will go right. And then after you swing, you got to follow through. Your body has to twist. Your leg has to come up a proper way, because if you do it improperly, it's going to be an improper swing and the ball is going to go left or right. That's just to hit the ball. But then you also got to know about the tees, the little metal, the wood things, how high to put the wood thing in the ground where the ball lifts up. You also got to know the different types of balls in golf. There's different types of balls, different weights of balls, different types of balls, the distances they will go. You also have to know about the wind, because in golf there's wind, and the wind will carry the ball left or right. So you got to know how hard the wind's blowing. You got to know about the grass and the different types of terrain. There's high grass, there's low grass, and how to hit the ball in those types of grass. You also got to learn about the different terrain, because there's slopes in golf. It slopes left or right. So you got to know how to be able to know, if you hit it left, will it roll right or will it roll left? You got to know about sand, and you got to know about water, because there's a certain amount of the types of clubs you got to hit the ball out of the sand trap. Then at that point, then you got to know about the green and how to get the ball into the hole. Okay, so that's just to get the ball to the hole. Then you got 14 clubs you got to learn. Now there's 14 different types of clubs in a golf bag. But imagine if you just said, you know what? That's cool, but I don't really want to learn that driver. That driver is not for me. I'm not that type of person. I'm not a driver type of person. I like to just putt. What's the probabilities of you ever becoming a pro at golf? The answer is never. Or let's say you said, oh, you know, I like to drive. I like to hit the ball far, but that putter, that's just not for me. I don't like those putters. See, then you'll never be a pro golfer, because you'll never get the ball in the hole. See, in golf, you have to learn all 14 clubs. And in the same thing in this business, there are 14 techniques, and there's not 14 actually, there's certain techniques you have to learn to build this business, to be successful at it. And I'm going to teach you those techniques. You got to master the fundamentals to become a pro. Now, you can learn a couple of them and you'll be an amateur, like me. I know a pitching wedge, I know how to hit the ball and stuff like that, but I'm not a pro. But the pros are the ones that make the big money in golf. And in network marketing, the pros are the ones that make the big money in network marketing. I hope that makes sense for you. So one of the things I want to share with you is I have literally invented the formula for success in network marketing. Let me show you what it is. It is 3 C's equals M squared. This is the proven formula for success in network marketing. I know that's a pretty bold statement, so that means I'm going to now have to prove it to you. So I'm going to prove to you that this is the formula, and this is what you're going to be learning and how it works. The 3CM squared is the formula for success. The number one thing you have to master in this is the money-making activities. You have to become competent at the money-making activities. That's the first C in the 3 C's. You got to become competent at the money-making activities. And if you really think about that, competence is the key. See, if you're not competent at it, how could you possibly be successful at it? If you're not competent, if you went to work at McDonald's and you're not competent at flipping hamburgers, how could you possibly be successful at flipping hamburgers? And then let's say you work there for a year or 2 years and they're not teaching you how to do it and you're never learning how to do it, After a year or two, you'll say, oh, that hamburger industry doesn't work. Or, McDonald's doesn't work. Well, was it that it really didn't work? No, it's not that. It's just really that you weren't competent at the money-making activities, which is flipping hamburgers. Same thing in this business. There are money-making activities you have to master. Now I'm going to go over those. I want you to know what they are. There's two different types of activities you have to master in network marketing. Number one are non-money-making activities. Number two are money-making activities. You have to learn both, but the ones I want you to focus on are the money-making activities. So here are some of the non-money-making activities that people think are money-making activities. Number one, training and coaching. Coming to my training class is important to do. As a matter of fact, I agree. I think it's mandatory you to do it because you're going to learn how to do these things. So training and coaching is very important. Number two, talking to people. In network marketing, they always say you got to talk to people. You got to talk to people, talk to people, talk to people. Talking to people is a non-money-making activity. Using the product. You got to use the product. You got to become a product of the product. Very important, but it's still a non-money-making activity. Attending networking events without intent. Like right after this meeting, I'm going to a networking event, and I guarantee I'll book 5 to 10 appointments in my calendar. But attending networking events without intent is a non-money-making activity. Talking to your upline or talking to your downline is still a non-money-making activity. Attending events without guests. Let's say you go to your weekly meetings or you go to your home presentations or your webinars. If you go to them without a guest, it's a non-money-making activity. Reading the compensation plan. Very important. A lot of people say, I need to read the comp plan. Here's what I say to them. No, you don't. Here's why. Because if you go sell something or you go sponsor someone into the business and they buy products, the compensation plan will pay you the exact same amount, whether if you understand it or if you don't. Let's just go build the business. See, people don't need to know the comp plan, but people always think they do. Reading the comp plan is a non-money-making activity. Here's another one, looking at your business cards and reading your list of people that you need to talk to. One thing about network marketers, they have a unique ability. They have the ability to be able to find people and look at people online and find these business cards and be able to analyze who's home, who's working, who's not working, whether if it's going to fit for them. They have the ability to be able to tell everything about that person without knowing anything about them just by looking at the card. It's kind of amazing. But looking at your business cards is a non-money-making activity. Doing your dream board, that's another non-money-making activity. It's necessary to do, but it's a non-money-making activity. Writing your goals, that's another non-money-making activity. Creating sales funnels, those are other things that you should do, but they're non-money-making activities, and creating marketing materials like business cards and flyers and stuff like that. All non-money-making activities. So now I'm going to show you what the money-making activities are. The number one money-making activity you have to become competent at is generating leads. Because without leads, you're out of business. You got to be good at generating new leads on a consistent basis. The second one is converting leads into prospects. Now, let me ask you, I want you to think about this. Do you know the difference between a lead and a prospect? Most people don't, but I'm going to tell you the answer. A lead is simply just name and contact information. If you got their name and phone number, you have their name and email, you have their name in instant message or their name in LinkedIn contact, that's a lead. Nothing more, nothing less. But a prospect is someone you've spoken to or communicated with that is open to learning more about what you do. That does not necessarily mean they're interested in it. That means they're open to it. So you're looking for find people that are open to learning more about what you do. Then you invite those people to see what you do. Now, you've all probably been told you need to invite prospects to the webinar. You need to invite prospects to the meetings. And that's important to do. You have to invite people. But inviting people is just one part of the equation, because let me ask you this. If you invite 1,000 people to your meeting and none of them show up, how much money are you going to make? See, the invitation is only one part of the equation. You got to know how to invite them, get them to say yes, and show up. And in the academy, I'm going to teach you techniques on how to get people to show up to your meeting. Making effective presentations is very important. You got to know how to make an effective presentation to get people to want to do business with you. The next one is follow-up, closing, and asking for the money. I bet you've all been told the fortune's in the follow-up, right? Well, that's a lie. The fortune is not in the follow-up. The fortune is in the closing and asking for the money. Here's why. You've been told to follow up and follow up and follow up, and you probably do. You probably chase people and follow people all the time. But you know what? Following up is not helping you sign people up. You got to know how to close, get them to say, yes, I'm in, and ask for the order. Because if you don't ask for the credit card, they're not going to give it to you. That's a skill set that you have to learn. And in the academy, we're going to teach you the exact skill set of how to help people find the money. The next one is how to get your new distributors started right. Because there's two ways to get people started. You can get them started right, and you can get them started wrong. Here is how people get people started in network marketing incorrectly. This is what they do. They sign them up, and then they say, okay, here's your back office. You need to learn all your back office. Here's your products. Start taking your products. Okay, here's a script that I use to make phone calls. Make a list of everybody you know. Okay, go get them. Invite them to the meeting. Talk to you later. I got to go sign somebody else up. Sound familiar? That's called the Get Them Started Slow program. What I'm going to do is teach you how to get new people started correctly, so when they come into business, they'll actually go and build the business right away. And the 7 money-making activity you have to master is how to plug them into your system. We're going to help create a duplicatable system that you can take back to your company. We're not going to change anything you have in your company. I'm going to teach you a sales and marketing system that you can take and implement in your company, and it goes right along with what you're doing. Those are the 7 money-making activities you have to become competent at. Now, I want to prove to you these are what the 7-figure income earners know. Let me ask you this. I want you to think about any 6 or 7-figure income earner in your business. Do they know how to generate leads? Of course they do. Do they know how to convert leads into prospects? Yes, they do. Do they know how to make invitations? Get people to say yes and show up. Yep. Do they know how to make effective presentations and get people to want to join? Absolutely. Do they know how to follow up, close, and ask for the money? Yes, that's why they have a big team. Do they know how to get their new distributors started right, the ones they sponsor? Yes, that's why they keep popping out new leaders. See, they know how to do it, but a lot of the time they don't know how to teach it down to you guys because they're too busy doing it. They're not in the business of teaching it. They're in the business of doing it. And then plugging them into a system. Do they know how to get you to the events? Do they know how to plug you into their system? Of course they do. See, these are the techniques that the 7-figure income earners know how to do. They just don't teach it as often because they're so busy doing it. That's why I created the Academy, because I know how to do these things and I can teach people in their downline. That's why Andrea, the most valuable thing she could have ever done in her business is to get as many people to join this Academy as possible, because her business is going to grow, and that's going to be the exact same thing for you. If you want your business to grow, they got to be trained. The most trained team wins. That is the first C of the 3 C's. The second C is you have to become confident. The way you become more confident is you become more competent. The more competent you are at the money-making activities, the more confident you'll be when you meet new people. And then you will attract those new people to you, and they'll want to do business with you. See, people aren't going to join with someone that's not confident, just like you wouldn't join with someone that's not confident. But when you become more competent, you become more confident. And then the third C kicks in, is you become more consistent. Now, in network marketing, most people sign someone up and they want them to be consistent. They want them to go to the meetings and show the plan and invite people all the time. They want them to become consistent, but they never teach them how to become competent. So then their confidence goes down, and that's how they end up abducted by aliens. That's how they end up disappearing on you, because they don't believe they can do it. My whole goal with the Academy is to help every one of you individually learn and believe you can do it, and learn the skill sets to do it. That's what we're going to do. I'm not doing this as a group. Once you join the group, you're going to be trained as an individual. I'm going to be teaching you how to build this business. And then the last one is M square, is how you gain momentum. See, this is that elusive momentum everybody always talks about. The company's about to go into momentum, but they never tell you how to get into momentum. Well, I'm going to show you how you get into momentum in your team. You become confident and consistent yourself personally. Then you bring on an army, and you have an army of competent, confident, and consistent distributors. That's what's going to create momentum in our business. That's why Andrea put 20-something people on this webinar, so that you guys can all become competent, confident, consistent, and not only build your business, you're part of her business. And then we're going to do the exact same thing for you to help you help your team become competent, confident, and consistent, and then you can grow momentum as well. So the most important thing you got to learn from this section is that you need a system to hit your target. And a system will save yourself substantial time, energy, and money. Running a business without a system is like throwing your money away. So you got to have a system. So now we're going to talk about how to duplicate yourself and grow a worldwide network marketing business. So now you know you got to have those systems. You got to know the money-making activities. You got to train the money-making activities, and that's what I'm going to teach you. So you have to learn the information. Remember, the way you're going to be able to be a good golfer is you got to learn how to play golf. The way you got to learn how to generate leads is you got to learn how to generate leads. So the number one mindset you have to have is, I need to join this program so I can learn it first. You never want to say, well, let me see if my team will do it first. No, you're the leader. Write this down. The speed of the group is the speed of the leader. That's why Andrea joined this program first. I said, do not call anybody in your team until you're in first, because now you can talk with confidence. So you have to learn it first. The second thing you have to do is you now want to mimic what you learn. I'm going to be teaching you the scripts. Just like you see me on Zoom, you're going to see me do the scripts. You're going to see me do the presentation. You're going to see me show how to ask somebody for the money. You're going to watch it happen. Then you can learn and mimic what you see. Mimicking is different than duplication. This is one of the lost arts that's almost never taught. Whenever you see someone doing something that you want to learn, you want to first mimic what they do. You want to do it almost identical to what they did. When I started learning this from my mentor, Chris and Kevin, I mimicked their hand gestures. I wrote with a white paper and blue ink. Chris's head was bald. I shaved my head. I mean, now you don't have to shave all your hair to be like me. You don't have to do that. But just tell you, you don't have to do that. But you do want to mimic. You want to mimic the hand gestures. You want to mimic the voice inflection. You want to mimic the words that are said, because you want to mimic them so you can get similar results. And that's what happened. I would start to mimic my upline, and I would start to receive similar results. The next thing you want to do is you then want to model what you've learned. So modeling means is you're going to take the system that we taught you, and now you're going to take it back to your business and build a model out of it, so that you can now just start popping distributors in and popping out successful distributors. Popping a new one in and popping out another one. Just like you see there. You put a new one in the model, and then they pop out successful distributors. That's the system most network marketing companies don't have. They don't have the system of duplication. And that's what I'm bringing to you right now. Because even if your company doesn't have it, you can have it. Your business can go into momentum, even if the company isn't into momentum. And then the last part is you have to make it yours. See, we're going to take the system, and then it becomes you. After you've mimicked, after you've modeled it, then you make it yours. It becomes your training system. It becomes your system of duplication. You put your own personality behind it. You don't want to change the model, but you want to put your own personality behind it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be teaching you how to generate leads, how to convert those into prospects, and how to turn them into customers and successful distributors. No other system anywhere on the planet has anything remotely close to what we're going to do for you guys, especially for as little as we're willing to do it for. See, this is the first time a sales and marketing system came together. Usually in network marketing, they're just going to teach you network marketing techniques. Here, we're going to teach you the sales techniques and marketing techniques. So let me show you what it is. It starts February 18. However, we actually are starting early because we're doing some training in advance. It's called the Business Sales Accelerator. It's $9.97, like I said, one time, no monthly. So in other words, when you join the program, let me tell you how confident we are. We are so confident in this program that we give you a 100% money back guarantee. Meaning, if you attend all 4 of our classes, you watch the event classes that we are doing, because we have 4 pre-event classes. And if after you're done watching them, you don't believe it was worth the money, we'll give you 100% of your money back. That's how confident we are. We know for a fact when you come out of this, you will be different. I'm pouring my heart into the people that are willing to learn this information. So this is what you're going to get. The first thing is we do 4 2-hour webinar training sessions. We just did one this week on Monday. That was our goal setting. You'll get a copy of it. Every one of our trainings are recorded. You also get 1-year membership to our private Facebook group where we do masterminding and mentoring. So in that Facebook group, you're going to see me pop up every once in a while with another training, maybe a 5-minute training or a 2-minute training or a 20-minute training. And it's going to have ongoing training in that group all the time, teaching you little techniques of the trade, because I'm out there all the time. I'm learning. And as I learn, I'm going to put it in the training session. The first week, we went through goal setting. The second week, you're going to learn Facebook mastery training. So we're going to literally open up Facebook on Zoom. You're going to watch us go in and set up an ad account. You're going to watch us do a fan page. Now, the first 4 weeks is an overview. So we're going to do it in an overview fashion. We're going to show you how to set up and run ads as an overview, and we're going to show you how to grow a Facebook group as an overview. The reason why we say it's an overview, because it's only a couple hours, and we're going to be kind of teaching you what it's all about, kind of get you warmed up to it. Because a lot of people don't even understand how Facebook works or how LinkedIn works or anything like that. So we're going to get you warmed up to it. After the pre-events, then we start teaching you the exact target Facebook marketing system like we talked about. In the academy, you're going to learn several things. Number one, and it's a 2-day training. There's 6 hours each day. Here's the greatest part about it. They're all recorded. So you might be thinking, oh, I can't sit there for 6 hours each day. You're right. You can't sit there for 6 hours each day. You don't need to. If you only come for 1 hour and then you leave and you come back at the time, you can. Or you can watch all 6 hours at one time. It goes by pretty fast. But they're all recorded so you can watch them at your leisure. And the first thing we're going to go through is the mindset of a top producer. Because I can give you all the skill set you want, but if you don't have the thinking right, then you're not going to build the business. We're going to teach you the mindset. 2, we're going to teach you how to master each one of those 7 money-making activities. How to generate leads. We're going to go through an extensive training on that. Extensive on how to convert leads to prospects. Extensive on how to invite. And all the other 5 money-making activities as well. We're going to teach you every one of them to the point where you learn it. And this is, by the way, a question-answer session. It's not going to be just me talking like I'm doing on this webinar. It's Q&A. It's a live webinar. Also, we're going to be, I'm going to show you how to meet new leads and convert them into sales within 24 to 48 hours. Like I said, I'm going to a networking group right now, and I'm going to be teaching people how to grow that business, and I'm going to be meeting people there. Some of them will become my clients in 24 hours. I'm going to show you how I do it. Then I'm also going to show you how to overcome fear, because there's a lot of people that are stuck in fear, and you might be thinking right now, oh, I can't do this. It's overwhelming. It's too much. It really isn't. I'm going to walk you through how to deal with fear, and we're going to walk you through success in this program. Then I'm also going to teach you how to duplicate yourself and how to produce leaders on your team. Because you don't want to just produce people on your team. You want to produce leaders. And that's why I believe you're here. That's why Andrea had you here today. Because she believes you're a leader. She believes you've already made a decision to grow your business, and that's why you were invited to this webinar. Your success is a decision away. So in addition to that, you're going to learn the words that work. There are power words that work, that attract hot prospects. I'm going to be teaching you what those words are that work, and I'm going to teach you words that don't work that get people to run away from you. I'm going to teach you how to network and how to use networking to grow your sales. I'm going to go over how to generate unlimited hot leads using LinkedIn and Facebook, because LinkedIn is hot right now. I'm going to show you some techniques on that. I'm going to also show you how to brand yourself as an expert. Because in network marketing, there's a lot of noise in network marketing, especially with the internet right now. There's a lot of people in this space. So you got to stand out. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm also going to give you 18 different no-cost lead generation strategies, things that cost you almost nothing. And then I'm going to teach you how to create a marketing system that works on autopilot. So if you want to duplicate yourself on autopilot, I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to walk you step by step through the process. That's just the first 2 days, you guys. The second 2 days, my partner Domingo, he's going to go through 6 hours also. That's going to be marketing training. So I just taught you the sales skills. You're going to now get the marketing skills. You're going to learn how to create a sales funnel online. Now, you may already have a sales funnel. If you do, that's fine. We're going to show you how to use it. But on this one, we're going to show you how to go in and build out a sales funnel so you can get online leads. We're going to show you how to set up an email marketing system so that you can have a drip system. So all the people you miss, you can drip on them and get them back into your sales funnel. We're going to show you how to create a Facebook fan page. We're going to show you how to market your business on Facebook. And we're going to show you Facebook ad techniques. Now we're going to dive into a deep advanced techniques. Because remember at the beginning, we did an overview with you. Now we're going to show you exactly how to do it. And we're going to show you how to generate leads using LinkedIn. I'm going to tell you right now, LinkedIn is one of the biggest things you can do to generate business. Cha-ching, I call it cha-ching because that's where the money is. I'm on LinkedIn half my day because that's where I generate so many prospects. And the same thing with you. It's even bigger than Facebook. Maybe not as far as numbers of people, but everybody on LinkedIn are business people. They're thinking business. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. Included is a video and audio recording of the entire 4-day training. So after you get it, you don't have to try to memorize it all. You're going to get the video and audio recording. And here's my promise to you. I will personally help you and your team grow to become a success story. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month, I'm going to help you. If your goal is to make $100,000 a month, I'm going to help you. You're going to have access to me direct to help you grow your business. This is my motto, and I love it, and I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again. Sales education doesn't cost, it pays. Ignorance is expensive. So again, you're going to get 12 hours of network marketing and sales training. I usually, just so you know, if someone called me and said, Steven, I want to coach you one-on-one. If they're a big leader, they cost more. If they're a small leader, I charge $1,000 an hour. For a big leader, they're $2,000 an hour. I'm giving you 12 hours of network marketing training and all recorded as well. In addition to that, I'm giving you 12 hours of Facebook and LinkedIn and lead generation training through my partner, Domingo. We're going to be teaching you how to build your business and giving you 12 hours of training there. Again, you don't have to do it all in one day, but you will have the information for a long time. You're going to get a year's worth of mentoring with me. I told you, I charge $1,000 an hour or $2,000 an hour. You're not paying anything for the mentoring through Facebook, through email, through an online system that I have. I'm going to be mentoring you. So if you have a question, if you get stuck on something, you're going to have an upline that's going to be here to support you. That's me. I'm going to be here for you. And you're going to have access to the recording for an entire year. So you can take this information I just shared with you, learn it, teach it to your team, mimic it, and model it, and then make it yours so you can go have a successful business. Like I said, it's a one-time fee of $997, and we give you a 100% money-back guarantee. Think about this. Who in their right mind would train you, give you all access to the information, and then tell you if you don't like it, you can get your money back? There's only one person that would do that, and that would be me. Because I know for a fact that you're going to love the information. I know for a fact you're going to be able to grow your business. You're going to be able to take this information and grow it exponentially. I'm that confident in what I teach. So if you want to join, you can go to businesssalesaccelerator.com. And so there's 3 different types of people. Number one is a person that says, Steven, I'm in. I get it. I was done a half hour ago. Steven, you could have stopped back then. I'm in. I want to do it. Let me sign up today. That's you. You're number one. And number 2 is the person that says, I got a couple questions. At the end of this webinar, I'm going to open it up for questions. I'm here for you guys. This is not a high pressure thing. We're looking for people that really want to do this because those people, me and Andrea, are going to help you become as big as you want in this business. So if you have a few questions and we're going to answer them, then you say I'm in, great. And this third person is not for me. And if it's not for you, I appreciate that. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but if that's the case, we're here for you, no problem. And so if you want to enroll, you can go to businesssalesaccelerator.com right now, and you can sign up on there. And then you can book a meeting with me to schedule your team development plan. Let me explain what I mean. Once you've enrolled, you get to do exactly what I just did with Andrea. I will help you build your team. We will do a strategy session just like I did with Andrea. We will we look at your team and see who's not working and who is working. And I will help you build the business. Let me give you an example on that before I open it up for questions. There was a company called First Fitness, and I trained that company. I was the trainer in that company. And when I was there, I said to the owner of the company, Nigel, where is the dead area in the business? He goes, what do you mean? I said, what's the worst, deadest area in your company? He goes, well, that would be Detroit. I said, great. We're going to go to Detroit and build the business. He goes, Steven, you don't understand. There's nobody there building the business. I said, is there one leader there? He goes, well, yeah, I have one guy named Moses. He's there. I said, okay, perfect. Let's call Moses. And what I'm going to do, we're going to build the business through Moses. He goes, okay. So we called Moses on the line and we got him on a call, just like I did with Andrea. So I said, Moses, this is what we're going to do. We're going to, I want to help you build your business out there. He goes, well, there's nobody here building it. I said, that's okay. I said, you have people there that are using the product that want to build the business. Maybe they joined to build it, but they're not doing it, but they still are using the product. He goes, yeah, I do. I said, perfect. Let's call them. I want you to do this. I gave him the exact script of what to say. I said, you call those people and invite them on a webinar, just like I did with you today. I said, call them on this webinar. He said, okay. So he got, the next week we did a webinar. I did the training. We got 7 people on that webinar. From that point on, we said, okay, next week, I want you guys to call some people on your team that are now working the business and put them on the webinar. The next week, we did the same thing. We had 14 people on that webinar. The next week, we did the exact same thing. We had 22 people on the next webinar 3 weeks later. Then I said, Nigel, I need you to send me to Detroit. He goes, okay, what are we going to Detroit for? I said, I want you to take me there because we're going to explode the business in Detroit. He said, okay. So he sent me to Detroit in December in a blizzard. It was a whiteout that year. Now, I didn't know what a whiteout is. That means that you can't see anything. It's so much snow, you can't see where you're going. So they put me up in a hotel. We had a meeting scheduled that Saturday at noon. By noon, we had 56 people in the presentation in a whiteout. I don't know how they got there, but they got there. And from that point on, I did the presentation and I did a training, and that group grew to over 100 people in 30 days. And then it exploded from that point on. That's exactly what we're about to do for you guys. Andrea, you did the best thing you could do by getting your team on this webinar. And for the people that look at this training and say, you know what, for $997, I'm doing it, I'm in. If you say, you know, I don't have the money, just say, you know what, I'm gonna find the money. We will help you find the money. You can call me, I have ways to help you find the money if that's the issue. Don't let money be an excuse. You don't have a money problem, you have an idea problem. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Andrea, we are going to build this business. I am going to help you become successful, and you will become a top producer in this business, and so will everybody else that decides to join with you. So that's my little story. I just wanted to end it with that. I'm gonna open it up for questions. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna unmute everyone. Okay, everyone is unmuted. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute everyone back. And then if you have a question, you can go ahead and you can unmute yourself. So if you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself, and then you can ask me any question that you like. Any question at all. This is your time. There's no such thing as a bad question.
Well, I'm going to start with it. Just what we learned today is worth the money that you're charging for whole And what I learned in the 2 hours on Monday night, that was incredible. So it's really, you have to have the knowledge to get ahead. I mean, I'm already successful, but you know, I've learned here and there. But what you have is all in one place, much better than I ever seen it. And I'm in this business for over 35 years.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you know, like I said, my goal is, it's all about the goal. You know, we all have our different dreams and our different whys. I've been in this business 30 years, and you know, my ultimate goal is to help people succeed. because I've seen so much failure in this industry. So because of that, that's my goal. So my goal is to help you. So I appreciate that, Andrea, and we're going to make this happen in a big way. Thank you.
Another thing I want to share, talk to one of my leaders today. He couldn't attend tonight. But he said, I'm getting tired of training all these people. It's so much work. I would like the system like that, so everybody plugs in and they're trained by somebody who is a professional.
That's right. That's right. And that's exactly what Nigel said to me when I went to his company the same way. Because the bigger you get in this industry and the bigger you get in this business, the more difficult it is to train your team because you have people so far away from you. But see, what I've developed for you is a system that once you have the system, you can just plug people in. Every time you sign up a new person, plug them into the training. You can either plug them into the training with me, or you can mimic what I did and take it into your team and then have them plug into your system. I'm going to teach you how to do it. I don't mind. There's enough multi-level marketing distributors in the world where I don't expect everyone to come to my training all the time. I want you to mimic it. I want you to model it and take it back to your business so that they can plug into your system. Now, if you want them to come to me, great, I'll train them, but you won't have to. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. Any questions for anyone at all? This is your time. There is no such thing as a bad question. Just go ahead and unmute yourself if you can. Just unmute yourself and I'll answer any question you have.
Stephen, thank you very much. I'm ready to sign on. This is something I've been looking for, especially with the advertising, learning more how to advertise with LinkedIn and Facebook. And I think it's a great program. I really enjoyed what Bob Oakes did with you. You were doing with Bob Oakes a few months ago. And this is something that, like I said, I really think a lot of people should learn. You're a great trainer, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, it was fun doing what I did with Bob Oakes. Actually, this kind of came from that because after I did that training with Bob Oakes, what I realized is that, more people need this training and I need to complete the cycle because that was the beginning. And I said, let me make this even more thorough, more beneficial for everyone. So yeah, so that's great. That's awesome that you signed up. As soon as you get signed up, you'll get access to the training that we did this week on Monday, which is the goal setting training. You'll get that right away. And then next Monday, every Monday for the next 4 weeks, there'll be a training on the Facebook and everything else. So you'll get access to that right away. And then make sure you call me and book a time in my calendar. So if you have a team, I can start helping you develop your team. I'm gonna help you get started right again.
Okay, super. Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have any questions, any comments, thoughts, or ideas about anything that we just shared or anything for that matter? It doesn't really matter. Any questions at all?
I'm going to do another comment because I was so impressed when we had you for 2 days, each day for 6 hours. But then at the end, you were talking about all these special marketing skills and Facebook and this and that. And I studied marketing and advertising, but I studied at a time where we didn't even have computers. There was no internet. There was none of that. So that is the part that I was missing. And in today's society, especially with all these young people that are all on Facebook, we have to go with the times. We have to learn that. Otherwise, we're going to be staying behind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nowadays, if you're not on Facebook and trying to build a network marketing business just onesie twosies at your home, I mean, yes, it can grow, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to just stay on Facebook. What I'm going to be doing is teaching you the balance because you got to be on Facebook a little bit, you got to be on LinkedIn a little bit, but you still got to do the home meetings. You still got to be belly to belly. You still got to go show the plan across the table because that's how you keep people in the business. One of the things I'm going to be teaching is how not to lose your downline on Facebook. Because what ends up happening, I've seen this a lot, people will sign up a lot of people on social media and then they quit the business as fast as they joined because the relationships aren't there. You still have to build the relationship. Write this sentence down. This is a key sentence for you guys that you guys want to learn, is that people stay where they grow. People stay where they grow. And that's why my whole motto is to help you guys grow personally. Because one, I know you'll stay with me. You'll stay one of my clients. Two, you'll stay in your business. And people in your downline will stay in the business also. When I was doing that real estate investment school, we used to have 700 people a week coming to our office. Why? Because I used to do in-depth training just like this. I used to train people, and people stay where they grow. So, that's awesome that you recognize that about the social media part. I'm definitely going to be training that. It's super important today. Anyone else have any comments? Maybe, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unmute everyone. And if you have a lot of background noise, go ahead and mute yourself out if you have background noise. But I'm going to unmute everyone because some people might be stuck trying to get unmuted. So everyone is now unmuted. If you have a lot of background noise, you can go ahead and mute yourself. But does anyone have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas about what you just learned or anything about network marketing at all? I'm a free game for you guys. I got anything that you want to know.
Oh, Stephen, this is Paul Harrington again. I was wondering, is LinkedIn, has that become much more popular just recently since Microsoft bought them, or has it been happening over the past, say, 5 years or so?
It's probably in the last, since Microsoft bought them, they've definitely become more popular, but they have a lot of tools and stuff that you can use. But the biggest thing about LinkedIn is that everybody there is business. Where social media and Facebook, you get a lot of people, you get friends and family and pictures of dogs and cats. Where on LinkedIn, it's all business.
Right.
So that's the difference. So when you're talking to people on LinkedIn, you meet business people. As a matter of fact, I think that's where Andrea and I connected back again, was through LinkedIn. Yeah. So that's why LinkedIn is so important.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions or comments or thoughts or ideas? This is your time, you guys. You guys got a guy here that is willing to answer any questions you have about your business, about anything. No?
I'm sure they have questions. They're just shy. I'm going to just kind of get them to talk. Connie. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, you have a question.
Do I have one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about what he all said, and it sounds like a great training system, but I'll be thinking about it.
What are you going to be thinking about?
Well, where I want to go with this, and my why. I have to figure out my why, and I just haven't figured out what my why is yet.
Well, can I answer that really quick, Andrea?
Sure.
One of the things I want you to know, one of the first parts of the entire training is helping you develop your why. I go through an entire system in there called defining your dreams and get a burning desire to achieve it. Because I know that's a big problem for a lot of people, because sometimes the why is not there. You forget your why. Sometimes we've been beat up so many times, we don't know what our why is anymore. So you don't need to figure that out before you join the training. I'm going to actually help you develop your why. That's one of the first sections we go through in the training.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't need to figure that out. You just need to say, I'm in, join, and then join. See, one of the things about think about it, I want to address that, because you said something probably that other people might be thinking right now. I need to think about it. Let me tell you why that's detrimental to your business. Because when you say I need to think about it, you're portraying that out to your prospects. If you got a lot of prospects that are meeting you out and you're talking to them and they need to think about it, a lot of the time it's because you're not a decision maker yourself. And that's one of the things I learned years ago, is that I had to learn how to see something that makes sense. It's a great opportunity, and then take action. See, the people that take action are the ones that succeed, not the ones that analyze it and think about it, because this training is not going to get any better than it is today. As soon as you sign up, you're going to get me contacting you, strategizing with you, helping you with your team, answering your questions. You're going to get a 7-figure income owner calling you, helping you build your business. How much is that worth? Think about that. How much is that worth alone? Just someone that's willing to put their, hold your hand and walk you to success. That's what I'm willing to do. And that's why we're only bringing in a certain amount of people at a time. We're going to be doing another webinar just like this next week for Andrea, because she has a few more people that wanted to be on it. And you that are on there now have the ability to bring some of your guests. You need to sign up first, though. Before you invite your guests on this program, you need to go to Business Sales Accelerator, sign up, and then, of course, contact me so we can talk and I can help you get your team going. And then I'm going to help you explode your business, too. Now, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you for bringing that up about thinking about it, because that's an important thing that a lot of people go through in their mind, but it's not going to benefit you. It's not going to serve you well. Yeah, that's all.
Thanks.
Andrea, did you want to share something else?
Yeah, I want to get a few more people to talk because they're shy. Terry Tisowski.
Boy.
Any questions?
You are with the family. You don't have to be scared or anything.
Yeah, you got to understand, this is not, I'm not trying to close anyone here. I'm literally just trying to find the people that are open.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're really not trying to sell you on doing this program. I've tried to make this as bare bone, as minimal as I could, for as much effort and time as I'm going to put into you. It's almost as if I'm joining the network marketing business and you guys are my team. I'm going to be pouring my heart into you. So I don't want you to be shy or insecure about anything or doubting or questioning. I'm here for you guys. You got to understand, this is what I do for a living, and there's nothing to be ashamed about or scared to ask. By the way, we're going to go through an entire session on overcoming fear. Because if you can't be afraid, you can't be afraid to ask questions or insecure or shy to do so. You got to be bold, and I'm going to help you do it. So I'm sorry, did you want to share something? The lady that I think you're talking to?
Yeah, Terry. She disappeared. The aliens took her away.
We're going to start pulling them back from the aliens. I have the alien retractor system.
Gail Holder, she is a hard-working person, and I think she really deserves to be successful, and I think she would benefit a lot.
Awesome. Gail, are you there?
She's there.
Yes.
What kind of questions, comments, or even this? Let's say this. Let's say you have had an objection in the field, or you've had some challenges in your business. Tell me what those are. I'm willing to even help you right now, even before you come in. So give me some things that's going on in your business that you're thinking right now. Some of you may be feeling some things.
Well, you need to get out of the house and find people.
Okay, so what's your concern? Are you concerned of how to get out of the house and find people? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, good question. So how do you get out of the house and find people? Well, one of the things, like I said, I'm going to be going through 16 different lead generation strategies that are free. One of them are these. Do you know what chambers of commerce are?
Yes.
You have them in your area.
Yes.
Okay, well, I would go to a chamber of commerce. Let me tell you why. A lot of them have networking events at those chambers of commerce. So when you go there, you're going to learn in the academy. One of the very first things I'm going to teach you are some techniques of what to say to attract your ideal prospect. I'm going to teach you a formula called an audio business card, which is a sentence and a phrase to be able to get people to say, yes, I'd like to talk to you. It's a whole process, so I can't teach it right this minute, but this is what I can say. Go look in your area for chambers of commerce, because chambers of commerce have entrepreneurs there, they have business owners there, and they have people there that are looking to network. So that's one place to go. There's another place called Meetup. You ever heard of Meetup?
Yes, I've been to those.
You've been to Meetup, okay. So when you go to Meetup, so what I'm gonna be teaching you is what to do at the Meetup. The problem is when people go networking, they don't know what to say or how to say it to get their customer, those prospects to want to do business with you. Let me give you an example of one thing that I did. I went to a networking event a couple months ago. I was in the room, and now there was a speaker in the front of the room. Now the speaker was doing a little training for us, and I wanted to impact everyone in the room. So this is what I did. I stood up and I raised my hand and said, Mr. Speaker, I have a question for you. And he said, yes. I said, what I do is I show sales reps and business owners how to generate leads and how to convert those leads into sales within 24 hours. So I was wondering, is the techniques that you're teaching right now, do those help business owners generate leads online as well? And he said, yes, they do. He answered my question. But what I did was I attracted 6 people to walk up to me and say, Stephen, I heard what you said to the speaker. How do you do what you do? How do you do that? And I booked appointments right there on the fly. You see, I said the right sentences that my people wanted to hear. I got my prospects to get up and walk over to me and want to do business with me. See, that's the technique. That's called an audio visitor. You're going to learn that in the training. I'm going to give you the exact formula, and we're going to role play it. You're going to practice it. I'm going to give you exactly step by step how to do that. So that's one thing you can do is go networking at chambers, go to meetups, and start getting. That's one of the ways you can start generating new business.
Okay, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Was that helpful for you?
Yes.
Awesome. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas?
I'd like to hear from Randy Fritz.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
I've been trying to log into that address there, and my computer keeps stopping and stuff, but I'm at it. I guess I was mostly interested in the Facebook advertising.
Sure.
Part of it. If you can repeat exactly what you'll be going through with that, that's what I see.
Okay, great. Yes, absolutely. The Facebook advertising is a way to generate leads. So we're going to be teaching you more than just Facebook advertising. One thing we're going to be teaching you is how to build a network of people that like what you have. You have a phenomenal product line. There's a whole community of people. Somebody has a bunch of noise going on there. So there's a whole community of people there that actually like products like yours. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to build a network of people. The second thing we're going to do is teach you how to go onto Facebook, create a Facebook business page, and create Facebook ads. We're going to show you what to do, what not to do, how to create ads that work so you can attract those customers. So those people can come to you and say, yes, I want to find out more about what you do. Here's the key though, I want to throw this out there. Even though you generate the leads on Facebook, you still got to know what to say and how to say them to get those people. So you got to learn both. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Yes,
good. Yes, the Facebook part and the LinkedIn part is going to be a very thorough part of the training. It's actually 6 hours of training, 2 days in a row on how to do that stuff. So that's a very valuable part of the training. Excellent question. Any other questions? Andrea, do you have anybody else you want to share? I got time for about 2 more questions.
Okay.
Oh, Andrea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get into the Stevens website, and I had to make sure I used the lowercase. I don't know, it was my phone, but I'm in it now, and I'm going to be signing on tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. We'll be talking soon.
All right.
Any other questions or anybody else, Andrea?
Yeah, Daniela.
No, thank you. Hello.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, Daniela, what is your opinion?
I am very glad to hear this lessons, but I have different people. We speak mostly Polish and Russian.
I
know, but you will find new people that speak English. You live in Canada.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah. Yeah,
nothing against Polish people, but they just can't get trained as well if they don't understand English.
Yeah, well, the good thing is once you learn the information, you can translate it to whatever language you're in, and then you can build a system for yourself. The material that I learned, that I teach, transcends the language. like I said, I went to Thailand and was teaching it over there, and there was a bunch of people there from Australia. So it really doesn't matter where you go. The techniques work no matter what. So when you join the program, you're going to learn the techniques, and you can then take it and train your team with it.
Sure. Yeah. Randall, you are not shy. I know you always speak.
It sounds like an incredible program. Stephen, you're covering so many areas that that we all need. And, you know, to just in what I'm finding in some things we're doing with our ministry, trying to pull together some of this information piecemeal and finding this bit here and this bit there is very difficult.
Yes.
Where you have it all in one place. That's tremendous. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And you know, it's funny you mentioned the ministry. I run an online ministry too. I teach the Word of God all around the world in India and Africa. And we have a thing that we're putting together right now for teens called Inspire You for Teens. We're going to be teaching teens similar content, but for the teenagers so they can be inspired and motivated. And I'm going to be mentoring them. And then I also have a program called Raising Villages. And so a lot of the money that I generate in business, I give away to my nonprofit organization in India and Africa to help them and serve them. So the techniques you're learning, you can take them and build your ministry with it because they're the same techniques. It doesn't really matter what you use it for.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Cool.
It's 8:30.
Yep. So good. So Andrea, I think that's about all the time I have because I have to get going.
Yes, yeah. Well, just one more thing I want to say. I've been with Sunrider for 35 years, and all this time we had the best product. There's just like no other company that's products like we have, and we see that with the results. But the company has been lacking, teaching about business and success. They would bring different people, and everybody brings something good, but nothing is put together what you have, and that's what really excites me with this program. That's why I signed in.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And yes, it's exciting for me too, because for a long time, I've been piecemealing these trainings together, but for the first time, kind of all the stars aligned, everything came together, and now I can deliver a finished product. It's where it's a one-stop shop. You can come here, learn what you need, and go and build a successful business. So I appreciate that. You appreciate it.
Yes, and like, let's say you'd start any other business, I don't know, restaurant business, you need $500,000, you still don't have the training. Whatever business you start, 95% of businesses fail in first 5 years. So here's something that you invest $1,000 and a little bit in the product, and you can run with it and make thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah, it's funny when you say that because I used the McDonald's earlier. Most people don't know if you spend $1 million and open up a McDonald's, you got to spend another $250,000 to go to McDonald University.
Yeah.
and McDonald University doesn't teach you anywhere near what we're going to be teaching in the academy.
Right. Yeah.
All
so
right,
anyway, next week we're going to have exactly the same thing as tonight. And you can invite new people, and I'm going to invite more of my new people. So you have a time to think about it or whatever, but I think it's a great system, and I'm really happy that some of you are going to join. And if you're not ready, you're not ready.
That's right. And again, like I said earlier, if you have questions or it's a money situation, you can call me or book a time on my calendar. I have ways even to help people find the money. So don't let money be the reason not to do it. If you have a burning desire, obviously you do, or you wouldn't even be here all this time. I can help you. So no matter what, we're here to help you get this done. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Greg. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Andrea.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. All right.
Okay.
There you go. There's everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay.